you ain't the high value man Kevin talking about.
Right.
So you need to sit your ass down too.
How do you feel about it? Because I think, a high value man, the system that I've heard, they kind of want the man making the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
The woman being at home taking care of the family, doing all that kind of stuff, and being submissive. But do you think they pushing that just because they want to have the control? Because sometimes whoever's making the money kind of control the relationship.
Say it
Like,
again. Say the start from the sentence. I totaled up your totals
that's
and I
okay.
didn't
That's
get the
okay.
first part.
Like, with the high value man system, they want the man having the job. They don't want the woman going to school, doing anything, having any aspirations as far as work. They just want them to be getting ready to be in a wife's position. Do you think they're doing that just to have the leverage in the relationship? Because you may be able to do whatever you want without consequence because you're the breadwinner. You kind of control the relationship. You pay the bills, and you've set up your partner not to have anything to fall back on. You know what I mean? So do you
Now,
think they set it up that way for that reason?
are you referring to Kevin Samuels?
Well, I'm not trying to shout him out. I'm just saying, well, we can use that as an example, but how do you think, and or why do you think that message is being put out? Like, are people using that for that reason? Is that something people need to take into consideration? Because it's not, I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm just saying, how do you feel about it?
Kevin Samuels, he did say he want all the men have all the leverage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a quote.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So I do listen to his stuff. I found when he talks to people very entertaining.
Yeah,
But
I do
yeah,
too. And what he says makes a lot of sense. And I tend to agree with a lot of what he says, but I don't agree with how he talks to certain women. Nobody's perfect, but is he setting it up for people to have all the leverage and be able to do whatever they want to do? Because I think that's one of the things I have a problem with. Like, I think I think people expect men to cheat and do whatever they want to do, and the woman's supposed to just put up with it because all men cheat, and you need to just get with somebody that's got value and let them lead you. When that
well,
might not be what a woman wants to do.
well, Kevin Samuels, if you really listen to his content, he only talk about the 15% of the top
Men
earning man
anyway.
in the world.
Right.
So the top 15% is not his core audience.
Right.
So the message he's giving out is not
For the normal man.
it's not for the people who's listening.
Right.
It's not, and it's not for the people who's listening. His audience is really for the women who wants that top
Yeah, and that's just
15%.
a weird thing. So does he? I mean, I've seen him talk to regular guys, but why is it such a focus on the high value men and giving them advice when it's such a small percentage of people and they're not even listening anyway? Is it just because we want to listen to something entertaining like that, like somebody making a lot of money being able to have these type of women?
He's not really giving advice to the high value man. He's giving advice to the women who's seeking the high value man.
But it's men. His core base is men, even though he's
I
giving advice to women.
I haven't looked at his analytics. I do not know his analytics, so I can't
So do you
say that.
think? So do you think? Well, it's clearly a lot of women listening because there are a lot
Yeah,
of
I know.
women call in and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of men that believe in what he's saying too, and there's a whole Metaverse too. Like I said, I'm not talking anything bad about their group or whatever because I don't care anyway. I'm just saying, why not give advice to regular men? Is it just not as entertaining?
It's not. I think it's not entertaining, and people, you use the word believe.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who's listening to him, they believe in the tooth fairy, they believe in the unicorn, and they kind of living like they are or will be
A
a
high
high
value man.
value man. But chances are they will not, especially if you on YouTube listening to Kevin Samuels. You know,
Every
you would.
day. What? How often does he do a show? He does a show every week or every
He
couple
does a few.
days?
He does a few shows a week. He does
Mhm.
a few shows a week. Now he does. I could think he got somebody working behind the scenes that do clips for him too.
Mhm.
So he may hooked up with O'Shea Jew Jackson, maybe using people overseas to do them clips. So because he's a gay O'Shea, go ahead and hop on this. You know, we don't do no gossip, but you could shout us out one time.
Right. And I listen to O'Shea, you know, and
I did
I
too.
get some of the celebrity stuff, and shout out to him. I think he was talking about something going on with the manosphere and they were breaking up or whatever, but you know.
But keep going with Kevin Samuels. Like I
But
said, his
I would what
his
go.
his advice is for women.
Mhm.
Guys listen to say, yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's right. But the person who's saying, yeah, he's right, you ain't the high value man Kevin talking about.
Right.
So you need to sit your ass down too.
And so should women, you know, take this advice, or should women be after a high value man? I only ask because I do have a daughter and she will be dating somebody, you know, one day. And you know, it just make me think, what kind of man do I see her with? Should she be after a regular guy, high value guy? You know, what would she be looking for? Is that good advice? Because you know, a lot of stuff Kevin Samuel says is good advice, but I'm not sure if people should be chasing a high value man just because if you're chasing somebody for money, they're gonna know you're chasing them for money, and they're gonna use you how they want to use you. You get what I'm saying?
You remember, like we said before, everybody ride a stick they could benefit now. But
Right.
Brandon, he does give decent advice. He
Hmm.
tells people to getting a healthy weight class. You
Hmm.
know, the black community, we have an obesity rate, the highest in America. The second behind us is Latinos with an obesity rate. And also, us black folks, we have more health issues due to the environment, the
Right.
stresses, and the food we eat. So he's preaching his number one thing is get fit and stay fit. We
Hmm.
started off this conversation about health care and staying fit. So that
Right.
is good advice. Also, he talks about uh, getting in at the ground level.
Hmm.
For example, Brandon, how long me and you been friends?
At least 20
Sixth
years.
grade, sixth grade,
Yeah.
sixth, seventh grade.
Yeah.
All right. So we got in at the ground level. When you usually get in a relationship at the ground level, you have a strong bond and y'all
Right.
usually could grow together. So
Right.
he tells young ladies to, well, you know, do your college, be, I hate to say, be like the white women. Get your freaky stuff on for 1 to 2 years. The last
Hmm.
2 years, you find somebody who you make a grow with, and
Right.
you latch on because y'all starting off at the bottom. He don't got shit, you don't got shit, but y'all got youth, y'all got charisma, and y'all grow together.
And that's a great advice. I think that's what makes couples last when you get in early, and is, you know, you're building that at a young age when you're both growing. But I don't. I didn't know he said that per se, because I just see clips and different things when talking about all the other stuff, like, you know, pertaining to gold diggers or OnlyFans or whatever else they got going on, whatever else is popular at the moment.
Brandon, I am 37 years old.
Hmm.
I am professional. I communicate and talk to a lot of people. In my book, hold on, I ain't got the damn book over here. In my book, I teach about listening is a very valuable skill. Most people don't listen to Kim Samuels, and they
I
just
don't.
they get triggered by some of his words he said,
Right.
and he says the same stuff over and over again. And it's good advice, but you can't get triggered. He got to trigger you so he could get the views.
Yeah. But how do you fight being triggered? Because I'm not triggered, of course, but I think a lot of people are triggered by certain things he said. I think he said something about, which I agree with, how a woman can hit a man, but a man can't hit a woman.
Correct. That's always been like that.
But that's triggering for some people. Like, some people believe that a woman should be able to hit a man, and he said he made a comparison about it. Well, what if a woman did something to a man, like that
Chop
it
the
should
dick
fair,
off.
yeah, or whatever. But like I say, why do people get so triggered with that? Is it because they have trauma or stuff they haven't healed from or let go of?
Well, you these new people, these words these days, man, they super soft. All right, so they super soft,
I
and
agree, but go ahead.
everything is instant coffee these days. Warm it up,
Mhm.
boom, got coffee. Back in my day, you had to wait, develop, have patience. So it's different these days, man.
Yeah.
It's different.
And I think us being on social media stuff too, like our phones are triggering us because they're showing us certain things and putting different clips together. Not saying the phone is, but we're putting clips together to get a reaction, to pull people in and get them riled up about certain things. And
Hmm.
if you don't watch everything in this entirety, you're not gonna catch the whole thing. But if you see one little clip or see something he said out of context, you're gonna be triggered and you're gonna take it the wrong way.
And his core, like I say, his core principles are. I heard many women, old, young, and whatever, talks about how they need to keep themselves in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now, a lot of women don't talk about being nice. Well, do you like nice women
Yes, I
and
do.
do you like feminine women?
Yes, not
What what
anymore, of
what
course.
what, what's feminine? What's feminine? What that
That
is?
just means being a woman, I guess. Because you can't just label that one thing. But I get what you're saying. You want a woman to be your idea of whatever a woman is in your head. Something soft, somebody talking to you politely, But that might not necessarily be every woman. Some women are aggressive, some women are loud.
Well, I could tell you this: a nice, soft-talking woman, uh, smart. She gets anything she wants from a man. Anything
Mhm.
she wants from a man. People don't know this. See, it's a game. Women could be guys' kryptonite.
They are.
So if you're super nice, uh, you help out, you look out, you do things he like, you'll get anything you want for a man. But if you are combative,
Mhm.
argumentative, angry, the guy may look at you like you a damn nutty guy kind of. And
Right.
like,
But to play the other side, women should be able to do whatever they want. They should be able to express themselves however they want, and you just have to deal with it. So if a woman wants to be loud and get all in your face and hit you, she should be able to do that, right?
yes, but you also catch more flies with honey than vinegar. like
Correct.
like Samson, Samson from the Bible. This motherfucker is strong as shit, killed thousands of people. But what was his weakness?
I can't remember. What was it?
It was Delilah.
Oh,
It was
Delilah.
it, it was the woman, and
Mhm.
she was nice and sweet. At the same time, she was plotting on him to kill him
Mm.
multiple times. But due to her sweetness, her niceness, her
Right.
appearance, she got in there and she got exactly what she want for Samson.